Hey guys, it's Christopher Hussey. I'm going to go over and check and see and make sure you guys can refresh. Let's get a little refresh in the room here. Make sure you guys can see this. I'm going to refresh the page myself. We've got a bunch of people on. It's Saturday night. Canaway Nation is hanging out. It's like a family picnic, only different. Ryan Conley, how you doing, brother?
Good, good. Thanks, Christopher.
Tell your wife that from me to her, a personal thank you for letting you steal some time and come over here and provide us some leadership. You tell her I said that.
Well, it's not easy for us all break away on a Saturday night and stuff. We have families and everything. But this is why we're in this, is to grow our business for our families. So it takes dedication, especially in this initial process. So glad to be here.
Absolutely. Lance, how you doing?
Doing great, great.
What did you have any plans tonight that we stole you away from?
Just the usual kind of sitting here marketing and doing what I can to grow Canaway. I mean, I'm pretty much full time at this now. I could be, doing some other things, but this is what I'm focusing most of my time on right now, and I love doing it.
Lance is crushing it.
We're going to talk to Lance about the statement that he just made, because I think he might have confused a couple of people out there in Canaway Nation by saying he's full-time at this. I mean, everybody knows we haven't paid any paychecks yet.
Yes.
Everybody knows paychecks come in April.
I don't think everybody
knows. Well, we'll clarify. Dominic, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome, Christopher. Thank you for having me on this Hangout.
You're welcome. You guys don't know, a lot of people are relocating to San Diego. It's not just like a Canaway local tsunami. It's literally pulling people from other states to San Diego, and these guys just got an apartment in the same transient kind of place. I got an apartment a couple weeks ago so I could be focused and not have to commute, and these guys just grabbed an apartment like buildings over from me. Billy, come on. You're in my house hanging, like for real.
Won't you be my neighbor?
Won't you be my neighbor? Exactly. How you feeling tonight?
I feel absolutely awesome. Canaway Nation is rocking and rolling. We're in a beautiful place here in San Diego. It was like a magnet. As soon as I saw Canaway, it was like drawing me in. It was like pulling me. It's kind of funny. Dominic and I both kind of visualized our lifestyle about a year ago being in San Diego. And what do you know? We're here. We had no plan to actually get it done. We just had a powerful why and a what, and the how figured itself out.
Now, did you just do that on purpose? Guys, the topic of tonight's Hangout, other than we're going to introduce and talk about Canaway and what it is, but the topic of tonight's Hangout is the leaderboard. And other than Dominic, who is a future leaderboard placer, these three gentlemen that are on the board, they're on the Hangout with us, they are all on the leaderboard. Different places, they're all on the leaderboard. And I wanted to kind of do a little fireside chat, because Canaway is attracting incredible mega leaders, and it's also attracting people who've never done multi-level marketing, never done online marketing before, and everybody in between. And so I feel that it is necessary for the leaders to reach through Canaway Nation and talk specifically to people who need our help. And they need our help from, maybe an emotional place. They're trying to figure out, okay, what am I really doing? Is this really right for me? They need our help from a marketing place. What do I do next? And so literally what we're going to do tonight is we have some very successful gentlemen on with us, and we're going to talk about what it was like when we hadn't had that initial success yet. What it was like with our family, what it was like with our plans, and what it was like with the things that we aspired to do. And we're also going to talk about what we're doing now to be successful, maybe some of the methods that we're doing, because all three of these guys market differently, right? They all market a little bit differently, and we're going to take some questions. Actually, Billy's computer, you can't actually see this. My computer's right here. Billy's computer is right here, and he can see the comments, right? And so we're gonna talk about your questions. So if you have questions, Billy will be able to see them on the Hangout thread, and we'll literally talk about them. So we're just going to talk about marketing tonight. We're going to talk about Canaway. We're going to talk about the future. We're going to talk about helping you take yourself to the next level. So let's do some basics. Canaway is a brand new company. Brand new. This is officially day 8. We launched Canaway officially last Saturday night. Officially, we had 500 plus people. It was about 540 people. Flew in, drove in, hitchhiked into San Diego. We all got in a hotel. People picked up their actual products, Salve and Hemp Vape, our 2 launch products, and we had an awesome time. Couple of little glitches, which, on Sunday I decided, okay, I should, apologize for that, because we promised some people a couple things, and you guys forgave me for having that glitch, and over the last week, in excess of 11,000 people have actually purchased their first products from Canaway. Some of those people have actually gotten those products in their hands. They've posted them on Facebook in the group. Others of those products are shipping right now, and people are excited, man. They're excited.
Here's how excited they are. I haven't seen any questions yet, but I've seen a whole lot of, from Melissa Hale. She said, "Hello, Canaway Nation." Michelle Tercy says, "Florida here." We've got Diana Russo talking about all things hemp. Sarah Perry says it's a Canaway national holiday.
Canaway national. Well, it is actually an international holiday today. It is International Women's Day.
That's cool.
And my wife, who happens to be Russian, who immigrated here from Russia, she told me that in Russia, I think she's actually pulling my leg just to get roses, but she told me that International Women's Day is sort of like Valentine's Day in Russia.
I didn't even know that's going on today.
It's International Women's Day, yeah. Ryan Conley, why are you personally? Now, you're a successful guy, Ryan. Guys, Ryan is a successful guy. Ryan makes his living in the online marketing space, in the relationship marketing space. He knows what he's doing. Ryan doesn't have to do or be involved with Canaway. So when you have someone like Ryan Conley come aboard and go, okay, I'm gonna focus on this. I'm gonna build Canaway. There's a reason that a person who has the amount of success that he has would adopt, move his business, do things with a new company. There are reasons for that. Ryan, why are you with Canaway? What's going on?
Well, first of all, Christopher, I think it's really important as a leader when you have a lot of people looking at what you're doing. You've cultivated a lot of relationships. For you to be able to put your name on something, you got to do your due diligence and decide if it's something that you're going to go ahead and put your name on. And I heard about Canaway for at least a month or two before I decided to go ahead and get involved with Seth Frazier, and I knew Seth, based off our relationship, he wasn't going to give me something for me to go ahead and just lower myself with getting attached to. So, I trusted Seth's opinion, and as in the back of my head, as I knew when the company was getting closer to launch a week before, I started falling in love with it because it's more than just the money, guys. Set the money aside. Focus on okay. Is that my speakers issue, or is that okay?
Are we getting feedback over there? Hold on.
I think we're good now. Okay, sorry about that. So, setting the money aside, there's a few things that stood out at me. This has been suppressed, and we look at all the good that hemp can do in the world right now, and just to know that that's the vision of Canaway, that this is a movement, guys. And our forefathers in our nation said that the base of the nation is basically is to be built on hemp. And with the sciences and everything, I want to take this and seriously be part of this movement, embrace with the leaders on this call and all you guys out there. So that's why I chose to come to Canaway, why I decided to take Canaway into my portfolio, Christopher.
Well, we're very blessed to have you with us, my friend. You are bringing a lot to the table, and we're very, very glad you're here. Lance, same question to you. Guys, I'm actually going to...
These two guys are absolutely going crazy right now. We got Ryan Conley. He is number 11 on the leaderboard. Lance Larkin with 113 personally sponsored people, and Lance Larkin number 8 with 128. what the heck are you doing, Lance? I mean, this is incredible. I've never seen anything like it. Maybe share a little bit of why you're in Canaway and what is it that you're doing?
Well, the reason why I'm in Canaway is because, I've gone through college and stuff. I actually went to college and I got my degree and everything else, and I was always trying to find that place for me, and I was trying to get the income that I wanted, to be able to, raise my own family someday and have that foothold. But that never really, once I got out of college, I was always just looking for the right thing. But I had this other interest that kind of somebody brought to my attention, and that was network marketing. And when I did my research on network marketing, everyone around me is saying, "Oh, that's just a pyramid scheme, or that's just a scam. That's gonna get you nowhere. You're just gonna be wasting your time all the time." And I was just like, "Okay, all right. I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna go do this my own thing. You guys can say what you want." And I just started digging deeper and learning more about marketing and what it takes to become an advertiser online and what it takes to get people's attention offline. You can't just approach somebody and be like, "Hey, here's this shake." I mean, sometimes that does work, but not all the time. It's more about building a relationship with people, like Ryan Conley was talking about. He's built his foundation, he's built his relationship with all these people, and now he's taking his own business and his you, and he's putting that on Canaway. He's actually bringing that into his life because he believes in this so much, and that's kind of where I'm at too. I believe in the products, I believe in what they can do, and it's just something that's going to really change everything. And there's so many possibilities with hemp. The list just goes on and on with all the things that can be produced from it.
Awesome. Let's actually let's do the same question over to Dominic. Now, Dominic, you've been in a couple of companies, right?
Sure.
You've had some experience in the marketplace. You were in another company. You were focused. I've seen Dominic build. I've personally witnessed. Well, I mean, other than the three of us being marketers, right, and being, because a lot of people, when you work in the online space, even when you have teams all over America in the offline space, you have friends, but you don't get to spend a lot of time with them. Now, we're actually friends. We've known each other for a little while, and I've seen Dominic do what he does. So the guy is a beast.
When he's focused, he's literally unrecruitable.
Yeah, it's amazing what he does. What is it about Canaway that would cause you literally, I saw this happen, leave your other income stream and plant right here?
Can he get in the camera, Christopher?
Yes, sir, he can.
Yeah, I'm in
Get in there, Tom.
So it's a very interesting question because I was actually not in a place to be looking for another company. And I was building with Billy in a previous company, and when Billy was the first one to find out about Canaway, I didn't know anything about it besides that it's about hemp and CBD, and for the research that I've done on CBD, I obviously liked it a lot and tried the products, and I liked them. And it wasn't until I actually came down to San Diego, I got to sit down with Christopher and all the other executives from the company and be able to sit in a room of 65 top earners in network marketing and in the world, people that made 7, 8, and some even 9 figures in, for let's say, other areas of life, whether it was real estate, but mostly 90% of them were in network marketing. And it wasn't until that I got the vision. I saw so many of them be excited because they've all spent 20 to 40 years, some of them, in network marketing, and they have never seen something like this. So I understood the pieces of the puzzle where hemp was something that has been taken away from us, and it had so many benefits to our ancestors' lives. And I wasn't here in this country, but when I came here, I came here for an opportunity, and what I understood going to school is that an opportunity is to be your own boss, to be able to live the way you want, to be able to make as much money as you want, and to me, having a job wasn't an answer. So I was looking, and I came across network marketing, and I knew that it was the best way possible to leverage my time and my income, and I just kept pushing for the last 4 years. Failed for the very first 2.5, and I suppose we'll talk about that a little bit later. And I saw a company that had all the products ready, the leadership impeccable, backed up financially, and ready to go, and ready to with the heart of a gold to be able to change people's lives. And this is actually what I was looking for, and I don't think we could find a better product to market than CBD. It's literally, if we would be able to share the testimonies that we hear about people's lives being changed based on what CBD does.
But we can't.
We can't.
No medical claims.
No medical
If we
claims.
could, you get.
If we could, we would buy all the products. Now there's only 2 to buy, so just buy those 2.
I see that you have your hemp shirt on.
I do have a hemp shirt on.
He has a hemp shirt on. Okay, so guys, you know that we want you to go to Denver, right? April 19th. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Randy's trying to get back with us. I love that Randy's coming. We want you to go on April 19th. April 20th is Easter. I get it. My family's going with me, so I can spend Easter with my family, and I can spend April 19th with my Canaway family. So we're putting it together. We're making it happen. I'm going to spend a little more time with Dominic just because he brought it up. It was at an event.
That I changed my mind.
That you changed your mind.
Yes.
It was at an event that you saw other people who had success. You saw other people who were looking at different factors with Canaway that maybe you didn't think of, that caused you then to entertain those thoughts in a different way. And it was at that event. It was by taking the chance to come to Seattle and to get it to see that, Ryan? You already got me thinking there. It was taking the chance to come to San Diego, to get in the room with people who were thinking the same way, looking at Canaway the same way, who were feeling that same passion that you really got on board.
Absolutely, yeah. And it was an event. Although I will have been told all the information that I needed to know about a company, about an opportunity, in order for that opportunity to interest me, it didn't feel right until I met the right people.
Let's repeat what he just said, because that's huge what you just said. I don't know if you realize that. You'd been told everything that you needed to make a decision about Canaway.
He kept asking me question after question after question.
So you'd had all the information.
I've had all the information.
But it wasn't until you physically got in the room and you surrounded yourself with other passionate people that you got the passion to really make the commitment. That's when you decided, okay, I'm going to move.
And I want to emphasize with the right people, because a lot of times you get into business with the wrong people, and it's not until you can actually meet them. And I've known Christopher for over a year. He's helped me in my video marketing and blogging. Billy Funk, I've been working for the last 2 years with. I've known Troy Neihart for over a year as well. And I've learned so much from these 2 gentlemen, as well as from Troy, that I knew that they have the best interest in my mind. I have not had Billy and nor Christopher for the last year or 2 years done one single thing wrong to me, which brought me to the point to know that Canaway is my best choice.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Ryan Conley.
Yes.
I'm gonna pick on you because I know, and guys, I know this is horrible. Don't use this as an excuse. I'm doing this on purpose. So what I'm about to say, you may not, Canaway Nation, use this as an excuse. However, Ryan, you have plans for the weekend of April 20th, don't you?
Well, 419 is when we decided to do an event up here in Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah. So Canaway. Yeah.
Things are legal up here.
Yeah, no, I understand. We don't need to talk about everybody understands the ramifications. So guys, we're putting on a party in Denver on 419, and it just so happens that Ryan Conley is also putting on a party in Seattle on 4/19. And so this next week, we're actually going to see if we can hook things up so it be, parties. We just booked the band. We booked our first speaker. Tuesday, Wednesday of this next week, you guys are going to get the whole layout for what's happening. Morning session, afternoon session, nighttime party, the whole thing. So it's coming together. Go get your tickets. And we'll be talking, Ryan. I'm right here, brother.
Yeah. I know you are.
Billy Funk, you were happily ensconced in something else.
This is correct.
You got a car in that something else.
Yes.
Really nice car in that something else, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful car. You have a car in that something else. You're like flying around the world in that something else.
Override an entire country.
Your countries and like stuff's happening. No longer.
No. It's kind of like, I think I was explaining the other night, if you're climbing a mountain and you look down, your team is struggling climbing this mountain, and you're like, what do I do? Do I keep going? Do I keep going? Everybody wants to get to the top, and then you look, and the clouds seem to almost disappear. Everything becomes crystal clear. You look to the right, and there's another mountain that goes higher up in the air and is 10 times easier to climb. Do you keep letting your team struggle and keep trying to climb that mountain, or do you let them know, hey guys, look to your right, there is a mountain that goes up higher and is 10 times easier to get to the top. Let's all move over there.
You actually left a company that you were making money with, that you had a car in, that you were overriding another country in, to come and focus entirely on Canaway. It boggles my mind, Billy Funk. People in Canaway Nation right now they're out there going, I'm trying to get my first person to come aboard. You left another, I know the details. We're not going to discuss the company, but you left a pretty significant opportunity.
Yes,
we haven't paid any paychecks yet.
No, you haven't. Yeah, I haven't made a single dollar inside of Canaway, nor will I until April 15th. And if you know what I had going on in company X, other, B, whatever you want to call it, and you know that I literally, what else I had going on inside Chicago, I literally had my own command center, like just set up.
I remember.
3 monitors to do internet marketing. I had a whiteboard on the side and a beautiful desk for people to walk in, for me to do one-on-one appointments with. Everything set up to be that hybrid marketer, and to do pretty much build anything I wanted, and to really focus on that one company. But when I saw Canaway, when I sunk my teeth into it, I knew that, there was something bigger. There was something that could impact more people, that I could actually help grow and develop more leaders with, and there was something that I had to do, and I had to be a part of it, a big part of it.
We are definitely glad you're here. Randy?
I am present.
Guys, Randy, have you ever done a Google Hangout?
Are you trying to embarrass me?
No, sir. No. I'm just an actual kind of guy, Randy.
Guess what I get the privy of doing? Am I getting a lot of feedback to y'all?
You sound great, Randy.
Okay, good. That's what everybody always says, Chris. But what's special tonight is y'all just going to have to wonder. One more night, the folks north of Salt Lake City are still going to have to wonder, he's online, but I can't see him. But Chris, listen, I want to tell everybody how terribly excited I am about several things. I mean this from the bottom of my heart, that those of us who have a little bit more to the stern, as Jimmy Buffett would say, years in life, I feel quite honored to be passing the baton to you folks I'm looking at right here, even though you can't see me. I mean that honestly. And y'all have everything that many of us saw when we were young coming up. Can y'all still hear me?
Mm-hmm. We can hear you, Randy.
Okay.
You're loud.
Okay, good.
Brother.
Good. And I'm very honored to be in the presence of those that, as if I was back in time doing it. Y'all have every single bit of the qualities needed to take this company straight to the top, and I mean that, no hype intended. I was impressed day one with the enthusiasm. More so impressed with this project. I would have not come into this from, I have I guess we'll just say an extensive background. I know how to fill out an auto ship. You know, I've been around a while. So, and have said hello, my name is to many people, and have been blessed to have met several people along the way that still follow me. And but the thing that brought me back is that I'm a proud American patriot, and our country is in need of us right now. And there's a lot of us that back in the day, we may have had flowers in our hair. You know, we may have been a little bit wild on the wild side, as all children are coming up, but there was something special happened during that period of time. We were enlightened to something, and there was a reintroduction back into the human awareness, a God-given plant that's been around for 9,000 years. And it has more application that can be beneficial to human health, as well as reducing the overall tax burden, or that's tax, that seems to come everywhere, doesn't it? Burden on the earth, because of some of the things that it can do to help improve the cost of fiber and building material and so many other things. But that things that we started back in the day, for old school and folks that twisted off and things back in those days that lived through that era, we have work to do. We were stewards then. We were being initiated to what was going on. Now this wonderful plant from that period of time coming forward, there's still continued work to do. We didn't know about CBD back in the day, nor did we care. But the simple fact is that there was probably a lot of people that were staved off. If you notice, there's a bunch of old long hairs run around that look pretty healthy up around when we meet at the convention in Denver, Colorado. We can take a little trip up the road to Netherlands, and you'll see something that's a spinoff of Haight and Ashbury, but they're all happy and they're all healthy, and that's a good thing, no matter how you look at it. But when you see little Charlotte on that Charlotte's Web, if you can keep a dry eye, you're quite a person. So you know, I had a lot of my friends when I first got into this. I remember my inviter's name. I think his name is Ted. I hadn't talked to him in a while, but I guess I need to. But we're doing okay. And when I first came to the first Hangout, I saw everybody with the vape pen thing happening, like my good friend Ryan there. And I thought, oh my God, my evangelics are going to slap out. But let me tell you something. For those people, we were the ones with flowers behind our ears, people. You know, we were the ones at Woodstock. So you raise up now. You hear these gentlemen speak, and even and I'm talking about especially the gentleman that had the long dreadlocks. He does not know how powerful message he carries, because when he sits there, lean back in the chair, reminiscent as Kerry would say, as Genghis Khan, as he leans back in his chair, reminiscent of Snoop Doggy Dogg. Let me tell you, when he leans forward in that chair and he starts speaking, that is a professional from Jumpstart. That is a professional from Jumpstart. There ain't any denying that. And when I hear each one of y'all's passion, that's what I harmonize with. I don't know much about the Facebook thing. I'll learn. But I do know some things from back in the past that I talked to you, Chris, about earlier, and we're going to bring to the forefront for you people, that you new folks can teach us some tricks, and we'll drag some stuff up from the closet that I'll tell you one thing, and I've talked to Chris, and this is no hype, because I've done it and we can do it again. It's just a matter of how much volume do you want. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get it.
Randy, I got to brag on you, my friend.
I love Randy.
I told you guys I love Randy.
Is that a church pastor?
I see you over there wanting to say something, Ryan. I'm gonna just take it, brother. I see you over there.
Well, I mean, the passion is just what is just beautiful about this. I mean, it's interesting to meet other people in the business, and it's either they're just kind of tippy-toeing in, or they're just like a light bulb goes off on their head how big of a movement this is. And I mean, it's all about following trends. This is just going to absolutely explode, and I want a massive part of that market share right now. I mean, you know, I was sick this week a few days, but I'm still in the top 10 of the company, and I mean, everyone who sees this needs a run for that.
Yeah.
Guys, I've said this before, guys. if you get to know me, and I guess you're going to get to know me because I'm hanging out on Hangouts with you most nights, I am an emotional guy. I'm an American through and through, and mom, dad, and apple pie sometimes bring a tear. And so I am telling you, we are going to be sitting in Denver after, you know where all this, if you've actually been in relationship marketing, you pay to go to the big rah-rah, but you actually pay for the after party when everybody lets their hair down. And Dominic, the brand new guy in the industry who's been Facebook marketing and shaking some hands, is sitting beside Randy, who's been in the trenches for years, and you get to be across the room watching these two guys enlighten each other's lives. That's what we're talking about, man. That's it right there.
There's some real energy there for sure.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all something that's very important I think I should throw out here, is that I have had experience on both sides of the ownership side as well as the marketing side. I like the marketing side a whole lot more. I don't have to answer customers more. For the first time in a long time, I can say support not, whatever. And but I do try to help them as much as I can. But people call me all the time. They say, "Do you want in?" And if something's real, I don't care if it's 5 years old. If they can't hardly get anybody else, if you build that passion, just don't worry about the mule. Just load the wagon. The mule's going to be just fine. Just do the next right thing, and you're going to do just fine. And I'm excited. It's been a long time since I've been excited. Those that know me, I have. By the way, Phoenix Rising Radio. His name is Phoenix, and he's very passionate. He's an ex-Ranger. I used to do some swimming for one of the branches, and so we harmonize a lot. And he has a great show on Blog Talk. I suggest everybody look at Phoenix Rising, Phoenix 3333 on Blog Talk. We talk about patriotic things, and we talk Canaway. And because let me tell you something else that I did that's interesting. I think y'all find this interesting. I'm a nut when it comes to research. So I started running a parallel. Did you ever notice that back in the 30s, right on the 30s range, that's when the great minds started expanding, the Tesla era and all those people, they all seem to be nested up around the 30s. At the same time period, CBD and things were being introduced into things like Dr. Soul's shoes. I mean, it was in Pepto-Bismol. It was in everything. The CBD content that we need in our body to make us work according to spec up to 100% to where your mental faculties coordinate with something called a pineal gland. I won't get into all that now, but when everything's hitting on all 8 cylinders, your imagination is where you create your reality. And what you think about, you manifest. One single thought is a creative act. Have great thoughts and you'll have a great day. I will have my pen soon, and I'll be able to do that too, right? But and proud of it. But along those same lines here is that it doesn't make any difference where someone comes into this. People will say, "Oh, how far are you from the top?" And I go, or who you under? I've never had any spillover in my life. And I think I can thank my sponsor's last name. If my life depended on it, I'd probably have a hard time remembering it. But I'm here to do and build underneath me. And you people, I'll bother y'all for a little bit until I learn the words or how I know to post in Facebook or whatever. I don't know all that stuff. But I do know one thing. We got a good horse to ride, people. And if y'all have never done this before, latch your star onto it now. Now, that isn't coming from a high position. That's coming from my heart. If you're on the, what do we call it? We have a little team name. They gave us a team name. It's the Let the Good Times Roll team, and we're the High Rollers for short. And so if you're on that team, I'll walk you through. 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, you call me, and I don't care who it is. Anybody in Canaway can call me. For people who don't want to go to Facebook, Chris can authorize it first, but we put up a page where you don't have to go over there and get the PDFs from Facebook. We got something that's totally generic, They'll have all of your PDFs that you can go over there, and you don't have to stick your head into Facebook. I'm beyond the perimeter checking things out and getting painted with the little Hummers. Y'all just go ahead and get it in safe zone if you want to until you're comfortable. I have troops in country, and so I'm in there to make sure the troops are okay and they can get out, period.
I love this guy.
We love Randy, man. We love us. All right, guys. All right,
Everybody loves Randy. Last 15 comments, we're all talking about loving Randy.
All right, guys, here we go. Let's move this thing along here. All right, now you know who we got, right? You understand these guys are the real deal. All right, so let's talk about what it took for you to create success. I'll start off and I'll kind of lead the way, because I know for me that the actual moment when I actually stepped off the loser train and got on the winner train, I can actually recall the moment that it happened, and it took some things that made me mad, and it took me blaming some other people, and it took me being what I would consider a loser in order to become a winner. So I had a sponsor when I got into my very first company. I had a sponsor, and I did pretty well. I'm a pretty passionate guy, as you know, and I did my thing, and I made some money. And that sponsor, in his wisdom, decided to push me away so that I could begin to grow on my own. And rather than accept that I needed to be my own man, I rebelled and demanded leadership. And in doing that, and some of you don't understand this, and I need you to hear me. I need you to hear me when I say this, because your success in your life depends on the factual statement I am about to make. Every second that you believe that your success depends on another, you are not on the path to success. And it is in the moment when you realize that you must stand alone in order to achieve what you are ultimately destined to achieve. It is in that moment that you stand on the path to success. And I remember going through absolute pain, physical pain, trying to realize why I was not getting along with this person. Physical pain. I needed things from them. I wanted things from them. They weren't giving me what I needed. They weren't being a good leader. They weren't this. And a very, very, very smart man. To this day, I pay homage to him. His name is Ray Higdon. He's just a phenomenal guy. He's not in any way associated with Canaway. I love him to death. I called him, and I was being a butthead. I was being a loser on the phone, and he was gracious enough to let me be a loser for like 2 minutes. And he said, Christopher, he said, you are Christopher Hussey. Just like that. He said, you are Christopher Hussey alone, and you are worthy of success without anyone else.
Man.
I want you to say that to yourself. You are Billy Funk. You are Dominic Lipinski. You are Lance Larkin. You are Ryan Conley. You are Randy Matthews. You are who you are. And in the moment that you decide that nothing else is required for you to be successful, in the moment that you become, and I love that Randy brought this up, in the moment that you become your own upline,
yes.
In the moment that you become your own upline, that is the moment you ultimately achieve success. Lance Larkin, bring it, brother. What do you got?
Well, I love the way you're talking about that. Like, you know, the moment whenever you really decide that, you know, you're going to start taking the action, you're going to be responsible for everything that happens below and above you or whatever, you know, that's the moment when things start to kick in. Because, you know, right before I even heard about Canaway, you know, I was sitting there working at Pizza Hut, you know, restaurant craziness, and I was thinking, you know, after doing that for, you know, almost six months now, trying to be a manager, trying to work my way up and do all that jazz, but I was thinking, I was like, man, I really need to take initiative on my business. I need to take initiative, and I need to start getting myself out there, start really being the leader that I believe I am, and take action on that. And then it was, almost like a couple days after me starting to really think about that, I get a message about Canaway, and I was already taking some action on this other business that I was doing, and I was really starting to get myself out there again. And then I just get a message about Canaway, and I was like, well, I signed up right away. Like I talked to my sponsor and Dominic for about 20 minutes, and I was probably getting passed up by 500 people just talking on the phone when I should have just joined right away. But I joined, and then I took that initiative, I took that passion that I had right before that when I made the decision to really become successful, and I took that and I brought it with me to Canaway. And I kind of, the thing that I was doing before, I just said, you know what, I'm more interested in what's going on here, so I'm going to take my passion and my decision to be successful, and I'm going to bring it over here. And with that, and with this company, I have grown beyond anything that I have ever imagined possible within just 2 short weeks. I really never took marketing this seriously before. I've made a couple $100s here and there, but as soon as I took my passion and my actual decision to become successful, and then Canaway shows up, and I brought that with Canaway, it has just exceeded beyond anything I could have ever imagined, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. And right now, I'm just watching everything move from here, and I'm ready to build the beast.
So Lance, and I'm not down and working in Pizza Hut, man. I worked at Arby's. I got a scar on my hand from trying to make a burger. So I mean, you do what you got to do. You do what you got to do to make it to the next level. But let me just be very clear with Canaway Nation here. Let me be very clear. A guy working at Pizza Hut can put 128 people direct sponsorship in Canaway in the first 2 weeks. Is that what you're saying to me, Lance?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. I just made the decision to to really take it serious in my business. Stop coming home and being tired and upset that I'm working hard and all I want to do is lay down and watch TV or something. I was like, I'm going to really take this seriously. I'm going to become the leader that I'm supposed to be, and I'm going to get online and I'm going to share that passion with as many people as I can find.
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Let's jump off the screen. We're coming to you next, Ryan. Billy, the moment. Now, we've known each other for a little bit. We've passed back a couple Facebook messages in our time. Tell us what it took to give us a little morsel.
The moment of success?
Yeah. Jump in here in the camera.
So the moment for me that everything changed was the moment that I stopped hoping. I really stopped believing. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean going beyond it. Because people hope, they pray, they wish, they want. And if they sit in that mindset of just hoping something and just wanting something, they're never going to actually go out there and achieve it. If you go beyond that, if you go past that to belief, now you're taking a step forward. But what's even cooler, what's even more powerful is if you go beyond belief and you go into certainty and knowingness that everything that you want is already there, and you just move towards it. And here's the cool thing, you can walk towards it, you can crawl towards it, you can run towards it, but you can also hop on a train and you can cruise towards it. You can hop on a plane and you can fly towards it. The choice is yours. How fast do you want to go? How badly do you want it? Because when you want it as bad as you want to breathe, like E.T. says so eloquently and awesomely, when you want it more than you want sleep and as much as you want oxygen, that's when you know you're going to be successful. That's when the cards are all lined up, so are the stars. At that moment where you want it so badly, it's every ounce of your body, your being, your spirit, and your mind. That's when everything changes in your life, and you don't have to know how you're going to do it. The only thing you have to know is what you want to do and why you want to do it. And if it's that strongly of a desire, everything will figure itself out. Just keep moving towards your goal, and if you don't stop until you get there, guess what? You always get there.
That's called intention. A lot of people don't understand that term, actually. Ryan Conley, what do you got, my friend?
Well, first of all, Billy, that was just awesome right there. And I remember where I was sitting. There's a few parts of my career that really stand out to me. And honestly, it means a lot to hear what you guys have to say, what was the turning point. Because for everyone that's listening to this right now, there's going to be a turning point in your network marketing career where the light bulb just turns on. You say, you know what? I'm not going to be doing the 9 to 5 anymore. I remember it came to me. I said, you know what? If it's not residual income, first of all, I don't want it. And second of all, with where our country was headed, I said, if it's going to limit me to anywhere on this planet, I don't want it either. I had a baby on the way. I was a real estate agent with 8 agents working for me and 80 houses for sale in a waterfront office in Lake Washington here near Seattle. And I said, it's not even about the money. I know I'm good. I know I'm good at what I do, and I believe in myself. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump over to the other side. And so I started color coding my calendar. There was real estate in red, and there was green for my network marketing. I started sectioning off my calendar and taking baby steps. And I'm going to go ahead and drop. And I was in a previous company, health and wellness company. I was in a parking lot, and Jay Bennett said to me one time, one of my mentors, one of the biggest guys I met initially coming in, he said, are you coachable and teachable? And I'll always remember this today, because you have got to be coachable and teachable to be able to make it in this. And that is up to you guys to go ahead and listen, and you get to choose who your leaders are, whether it's Billy Funk, if it's Christopher Hussey. I mean, I look forward to everything. Randy and Lance, it doesn't matter how old you are. I'm open to knowledge. I want my life to be filled with so much knowledge, and that's what we see all these wonderful people in this industry, because every day they're accumulating knowledge and not the negative nonsense and that other people watch on reality TV BS and stuff, excuse me. You know, but I remember this is the day that I want to share with you guys. My buddy Kirk Metz, one of my mentors, he flew me out I flew out to Colorado. He invited me to come out skiing with him. And he had a little dojo. He called it on the cabin on the mountains. And I was at the point in my career where I said, you know what? I got a baby on the way. I want to go ahead and stay home with my wife and stuff. And I want to do full time. I'm not going to be away from my kids all day long. I want to watch my kids grow. I don't know how people have put up with this. It's not. It may be the norm, but that's the old way. And I will never go ahead and give in to that right there. And I will never do that for my family. I will always be there for my family. And Kirk Metz, this is really cool. We went up there. He actually broke his shoulder skiing on his last run, come and pick me up from the airport. And anyways, I met him at the hospital. We went back to his dojo, got him out of that. And he's just an awesome guy. We were messing around with a drum ceremony. It was just him and I, and snow all around us. And we went ahead and he had me write down a piece of paper. We started a fire in the living room right there. And he had me write down, you know, how real estate was good to me. It was like a letter basically to my old life, and I was letting go of it, and why, and it also stayed in there why I was going to where I was going. My body right now, I can just feel it going through me that exact day. I went ahead and wrote it down, and we had a drum ceremony, just Kurt and I, with the moonlight on the snow right there, and we went ahead and burnt that thing up, and I let go of that old life completely right there, and said, this point forward, I'm in this. I'm a new person here. And you guys, that search, you can expedite that process within, and when it hits you that deep, guys, and to wrap up my night, he had me go ahead and walk in snowshoes to halfway up this ski resort under the moonlight, and it was just me, and it was like a test to where I was going at in life right now. And I could have fallen in the snow. I went halfway up the mountain by myself. And walked all the way down, you know, at 2 o'clock in the morning. And, you know, you guys, I think we just need our best competition is ourselves, and everyone just acquire knowledge from your leaders and just go for it. This is a perfect vehicle now.
Ryan Conley is a rock star.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Oh my goodness, man.
That was awesome.
If you're hearing, guys, I'm going to pull Dominic up here next. If you're hearing anything about what's going on, what you're hearing is a decision to decide, to commit, to know that you are worthy and that you can make it happen. I mean, that's what it takes. We all have problems. We all got bills. We all got to pay the car payment. We all got unexpected stuff to come up. Nobody has enough money. Let's be very clear. Whatever situation you're in, everybody's in that situation. at a different place, but it's about going to the next level. It's about going to the
Christopher,
next
you know,
place.
I think people should, as a simple test to yourself, do this when no one's around, and just go in front of the mirror and look at yourself straight into the eye, like you're having someone else test yourself, and say, I can do this. I can make this happen. I believe in myself. And say those over and over until, like, if you were watching someone else and you can see that firm up inside that person or yourself. I mean, there's a difference right there. You know, I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. You know.
I know 100%, my friend. Been there. Been right there with you. Dominic, you ready? I mean, this is a hard act to follow here, Dominic, for a young man in the business.
Ryan got me fired up.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet you in person, buddy. So the question was, if I remember correctly, was what were the moments that defined me pushing forward, regardless what the circumstances or obstacles were at the same time. And I was first introduced to network marketing 4.5 years ago, and I made maybe $2,000 in the first 2 years. Was it logical for me to stay in network marketing for 2 years, not making money? No, not at all. And the first time I saw the business, I literally paid my full week's paycheck, or maybe 2 weeks' paycheck. I worked at the deli back then. It was a Polish deli. First job I ever had. And I knew that I came to United States for an opportunity, and an opportunity in my eyes, like I said, was not working that job. So I got into the company, didn't have the right leadership. The person that the people that sponsored me were in my line. The only person that was making any type of commissions on my type of production was the person that was #1 earner in the different states. So I had no support for 2 years, no training, but I knew that I'm missing something. And there were a few pieces, but the main thing was not taking responsibility for myself. And I had a leader friend of mine who is making $2 million a year in that company, in the top 10 networkers. And I can tell you that truly this industry provides you with learning, with growing, with developing, with the nicest people you would ever meet. And I decided to stick through it. And it wasn't until I met my first couple mentors, and my first mentor taught me that do not ever take an advice from a person that doesn't have the type of lifestyle that you want, because the only thing you can expect to get from a person's advice is to buy into their lifestyle. So I started watching and who I take advices from. Now I love my parents. They've done tremendous things to bring me to this country, to raise me right, to provide me anything they could, but they haven't had the type of lifestyle that I'm personally looking for. So anything except finances, I listen to them. And in terms of business, I listen to other people. And I can tell you that my very first mentor taught me that trick, and I spent 3 months with him. The next company we went to, and he was mentoring me without even making any dime off of me. And I love that guy to death. Next company I went to had 490 customers/representatives within 2.5 months. Made my very first $3,500 within my first month in network marketing ever. It was because I chose to listen to the right people. And what happened was I was with multiple companies over the last couple of years, built organizations of over 3,000 people, but unfortunately and fortunately for this time, knowing that I'm a part of Canaway, unfortunately back then, where my income and my teams were destroyed, I had to move, brought me to the place that I am today. And I wouldn't go back and change any of those experiences, because I learned that in order for you to achieve something, there's that usually 5-year learning curve. And Les Brown talks about it all the time. It takes a bamboo tree to develop its actual roots for 4 years, and I believe 9 months. And within the next 90 days, it grows for 90 feet up. And it's really knowing that their success is there for you. For some people, it comes within the very first month. For some people, it comes within 2.5 years, like it took for me. but the success is there for you as long as you keep pushing and keep learning and keep associating with the right people. And the people that you see on this hangout, the people that you see beside me, and the people that are having success that you want to have success. And another thing I'll let you know, a lot of you out there, and this is how I was at the beginning, I believe that I have to sell people. You want to have the most success in Canaway? Let's say that there's absolutely no compensation plan here at all. But you know what CBD can provide for you, and CBD rich oil for every single person that you know. Would you go out there and share with them what you know? If the question is yes, then you can have a lot of success in Canaway. That's what I'll leave you with.
I love it, Dominic. I love
Definitely,
it.
man. Awesome.
All right, guys, take a deep breath. Everybody settle in. We're going to listen to the master himself. Randy?
Oh my God, I was waiting on who you was going to call on.
We're just going to kick back, Randy, and just listen to the leadership, my friend.
You know, someone told me a long time ago that there's no way you can change the past. And I say I beg to differ. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I can see you, but y'all can't see me. Can you hear me? Okay. And I said I beg to differ that you can't change the past. And they said, show me. And I said, I will. I said, start today. How do you want to be next week, next Saturday night at this time? Where do you want to be mentally, financially? Where do you want to be? And be honest with yourself. Because this is a personal thing. This is the power inside that we all have. And you envision that. And then even if you have to pull on that term we've heard, fake it till you make it, from that moment, from the next moment tonight, if you want to be different, if you want to have X number of people, whatever floats your boat, is that you act as if you start walking, talking as that person that you envision you want to be next Saturday night. And every single thing that you do, from what you wear to what you say, you act as if you are that person that you want to be next Saturday night. Then come next Saturday night, let's all meet back up here again and stop and turn around and look. And by God, we have changed the past. Because we will have moved into that vision that we had tonight. You know, it takes a lot of what some would call hard work. And they say, you know, Randy works all hours. No, I don't. I've never really had a job. I've owned some drilling companies and things like that, but they were created from sheer thought because I wanted to be out there so bad. The stuff just, it happened. It falls in your path. It's the law of attraction. And so Eric Rasmussen, a very good friend of mine, he's passed away now. He was in this industry, and he was in a company that he was telling me about. I joined with it. It's called SkyBiz. Had a lot to do with it, the SkyBiz thing. And Eric had about $1 million in his downline. And I said, Eric, how in God's green earth did you do this? He said, I did it in the first 90 days.
I want to get off, babe.
I said, what? He said, I did it in the first 90 days. For that first 90 days, he went all out, 100%. Inside of himself, everything that he did was about that mission. And at the end of 90 days, he had laid down a foundation of key people that carried him to that height. And I also do something that Lance said, and I've heard others of y'all say, is that I have to have that passion. If you've got that passion, and you can visualize where you want to go in your mind, that's your imagination. And then you couple that with that feeling that you get in your heart when you see a baby smile. You know that feeling that you get in your heart? That's when you're aligning your spirit. I'm not kidding you. And, I don't sit around going, but I'm thinking about it because it works. But you envision those things in that part of your heart. Then you're syncing mind and heart. And you're sending out a message, whether you realize it or not, to others. They hear it in your voice. They see it in your gait. And then when you lay something out, you're speaking directly, spirit to spirit, truth to truth. And people say, how do you get so many people? It's because I talk to them and I listen to them when they can squeeze a word in edgewise, and we get to be friends. And I spent about 45 minutes today with a gentleman. He was on up in his years, but he's been a warrior in this industry, and he's coming into the internet world. And we spent 45 minutes trying to find his address bar. His address bar on the computer. And I walked him through that, and he was so appreciative of that. And now he's going to show all of his other people, and he's got a whole multitude of people. I'm proud to be associated with y'all. Look forward to it. Chris has something he'll probably share with y'all down the road that we're going to be real interested in and real happy to share with the whole community. And I know that it will help those people who wonder about whether they have the ability to go out and find someone to build their business. I can tell you right now with all truth and honesty, you will have a tool to be able to do that. Y'all have a good day. Go out and smile at a stranger, make you feel better.
You are a gift, my friend. You, sir, are a gift.
Yes, he is.
You are a gift, my friend.
I want to add one last thing, Chris, if I could add one last thing, if I could. This is very important because this is very apropos to Canaway. Big word, wasn't it, for someone in East Texas? But here it is that what y'all are going to find as you go down this journey of researching and doing your due diligence with Canaway and CBD and all that stuff is that you're going to come across something, and probably a lot of things along the way that's going to shock you about the sheer foundation of what you believe to be true all these years. And that question you're going to find yourself at is this: once a person who has been honestly mistaken all of their life learns the truth, they either cease to be mistaken and start speaking the real truth, or they cease to be honest. I bid y'all good night.
I love it. That was awesome.
Randy. Woo!
We need to package Randy up.
Yeah.
Randy, tell me for sure that you are coming to Denver, my friend. I think we lost Randy. I think Randy's like, I'm out.
Yeah,
He's gone.
Guys, if tonight was about, it's Saturday night. I know, people got dates and, they got lots of stuff to do. But we're committed to being here every night. I've seen it work wonders before. A good friend of mine who lives down in Austin, Texas, he said, I was standing in a room. We'd both done some speaking from stage at an event, and I was standing in a room, and we're just kind of swapping war stories. And I said, what is it that you believe is the ultimate delineator? It's the ultimate contributor to success. And he says, I firmly understand exactly what the ultimate contributor to success is. And I said, okay. I mean, wise men speak. You decide to listen, right? There's Randy, and we got the video. Look at that. And he said consistency. He said consistency. And the first time you hear that, you go, well, I was thinking it was going to be something much more profound. Well, consistency is the element least available in the world today. And I want you to think about that, because some of you already are thinking, I'm not going to buy my product. I'm not going to buy my product. Now, we told you right from the get-go, this is exactly what we were going to do, right? We were going to provide great tools. We were going to provide great leadership. We were going to sell product. We were going to provide a compensation plan. We were going to pay that compensation plan. And though we've stumped our toe a little bit on the live stream and things like that, we've done every single thing. So you've been here and you've told some people, and now there's a roadblock and you're going, oh, I got to buy a product. Are you going to be consistent with your plan or not? Did you have commitment when you started, or did you not have commitment? I didn't have to be on the Hangout last night, right? I had something to say. I could have said it to you tonight. I could have said it to you Monday. My wife is accustomed to me working on the internet and being home all the time, but I have accepted the challenge of leading this company and taking it to where no other company has gone before. I have accepted it, and I've committed to it, and I'm being consistent. My question to you is, are you consistent in the actions it's going to take to achieve your dreams?
There will be obstacles. There will be walls. There will be roadblocks. There's going to be potholes. Everything that you can think of will be thrown at you. Are you consistent? Are you going to be persistent? Do you have the foresight and that passion that you want it so badly that every time something comes up, you find a way to go over it, around it, through it, or you know what? You just break through it altogether and you keep going and going and going. Because this guy does. So does this guy.
Let me tell you about consistency. I teach this method all the time, and it is the thing I firmly believe I learned early enough in my career that creates pretty significant success. Tony Robbins uses the acronym CANI, C-A-N-I. You guys have heard me say this, C-A-N-I, constant and never-ending improvement.
I can.
I don't like the vernacular of can I, because that's a question in the human language. So I took the I and I popped it in front of the C, and I put a comma. So I put I can, improvement, constant and never ending. And what consistency does, what doing actions over and over and over and over and over and over do, is it constantly teaches you to be better. Because let's be very clear about something. You're going to suck the first time you do anything. You're going to just not be good at it. You have to go into the first time understanding that failure is the key to being successful, and you have to go into it knowing that you are going to provide a consistent path of action that will get you to your ultimate destination.
Double your rate of failure and you'll double your rate of success.
You have got to be consistent. You've got to take those actions over and over and over and over again. Now, the thing I don't want to do is I don't want to provide you with Randy and Lance and Ryan and Dominic and Billy all talking about, their moments of flipping the switch that gets them to the next place, and not give you a tool, not actually give you something that you could actually do that would literally, if you took the action, change your life. And so on the page, canaway.com/hangout, I am about to put a link. I'm going to put a link there. This is not an affiliate link. I don't make any money. Canaway doesn't make any money. Nobody makes money from this link except Amazon.com. But I guarantee you that if you go and buy the book, I think it's $9. You can get it on your iPad. You can get it on whatever you want. If you go and buy the book that I'm about to post in the comments, and you actually do what the uncommon person does, because lots of people buy things and then they never actually read it. It took me a single day to read this book, and it changed my life. And I assure you that if you will sit on the couch and read this book, it will change your life. It is called Go for No. It's called Go for No. I think it's 87 pages long. It's a very simple read, and it will explain to you how to be successful in relationship marketing, period. I wish that someone had given me this book on day one for me. It's $9. It's not an affiliate link. There's no crap attached to it. Go to Amazon.com. Buy this book in whatever format it is that you can consume this book on your iPad, or buy the physical book or whatever it is, and read this book. And then take the knowledge that you get from this book and execute it tomorrow with consistency and focus on Canaway, and success is a foregone conclusion. Lance Larkin, 30 seconds. Take us out of here.
Well, pretty much, he nailed it on the head with that. Like, I'm going to definitely check that book out for sure. It sounds awesome. But, just whenever it comes to, like, having the marketing materials and everything available, Canaway has it done for you. Like, the minute you join and the minute you get involved, there's a system in place. Everything is pretty much almost point, click, and post. Like, that's all you got to do, like, when it comes to our marketing system right now. So sharing isn't really a problem. I mean, I guess there's some people out there that aren't really as technically inclined, but, all of us leaders, we're out here, reach out to us, give us a call, send us an email, like, just reach out to us on Facebook or in the group, and we're gonna be there for you. We're gonna help you grow this. We're gonna give you the information and the knowledge and the tools, just like that book, that's gonna help you, and it's gonna help you succeed in this industry. It's gonna help you succeed in this company.
Dominic, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. So it's in the moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. That's what Billy always tells me. And then the moment you allow yourself and give yourself permission to be a leader, this is when you become one. And also, the more you care about people, the bigger business you'll build.
Billy Funk, 30 seconds. Take us out of here.
When you focus on yourself, building yourself up instead of everything else that's around you, your business, I think you'll figure out what the key to success is all about inside of network marketing in any company or any industry. If you build yourself bigger, your business will build bigger itself. And if you go to that core of where you're at right now and where you want to go, and like Randy said, visualize exactly where you want to be a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. Put yourself in that moment, and then act as if you're already there. Act as if that moment has already come to fruition, and you're eating, sleeping, and breathing like you are that person that you want to be. And when you look back on it, you will have changed the past, and you will forever change your future.
That's right.
Well, I normally take us out of here. I'm just give you a couple of reminders, and I'm going to turn it over to Randy to actually end it up tonight.
7-digit sponsor code. I think people forget sometimes.
You're going to need your 7-digit sponsor code. Here's what I want you to remember. Get to Denver. Get to Denver, because Randy's going to be there, Lance is going to be there, Dominic's going to be there, Billy's going to be there, I'm going to be there, and we all get to hang out together. Get to Denver. Lock your spot. You've got people in your power line. Lock your spot. Help your team lock their spot, and be here tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Randy, the floor belongs to you. Get us out of here, my friend.
You know, I also asked Eric one other thing. I said, Eric, since you're at the top, how in the world, what do you, here's a good word, aspire to? And he said, there's a ghost out there. I said, what? He did like Jack Daniels a lot too. I said, what? And he said, there's a ghost. He said, there's someone coming in about a year from now into this very program. It was SkyBiz. He said, they're going to be the leader of this entire company, and I have not met them yet. And they will be in my organization. I haven't met them. They don't even know that we exist. And that person, and I can tell you, we've all been in this before, that sleeper is going to come about. It may be 6 months or a year from now, and they will blow all of us away. And so I try to be one person ahead of that ghost, and I do it with a passion. And with this, I'll close with this in saying that you will be that person that you truly want to be the moment that you decide you're going to do it. And when you truly decide that you're going to do it, you are already there. All that you have to do is travel through linear time to get there. Just do the next right thing. Now, you know, I'm one of those people that share everything with everybody, and everything that we create over here at our team, we're going to share it with the whole community. I want to see Lance at 148 tonight. Now, he knows what it's saying when you look at the board. I want you at 148, and that would be special to me. And I'm glad to meet you. I wondered who you were. Yeah. And this is all fun to us. You know, it's all fun to us that do these things. And I know that he can get there, and I'll do anything I could to help him get there. Mine come to me because I talk to people, and I love people, and I believe in what I'm doing. So if y'all do that, if you believe in what you're doing, you have a passion with the purpose, and you're consistent, and above all, you're transparent. You have no agenda other than to help someone. You're going to do just fine. Just load the wagon. Don't worry about the mule.
Guys,
I love him.
We love you, Randy.
Awesome. Love it, man.
I made that call today, my friend. We're getting out of here, Can't Wait.
Okay.
It's Saturday night. Go love on your people. They're going to love you back. We'll see you tomorrow night. 6.
Yep, we'll see you guys.
All my people, you better lock in tonight, team. Lock in.
Buy your product.
Good night, everybody.
All right.